Hello, today we're going to be taking a tour of the most 10 top baseball fields to visit within the United States. So let's start off with, I'm starting off right where I live in San Fernando area. So starting there, obviously we have Dodger Stadium that is not too far from everybody. It is the beautiful home of LA. It is one of the oldest parks. It's not the oldest park, but it's considered one of the oldest parks in baseball history. It also is very fan interactive now these days. They made it where a lot of fans can go and interact with one another and have be more connected around the field. Right. So next one we're moving on down to is just very close by, about a 2 hour and a half drive usually, to Pego Park in San Diego. Now, Pego Park is very beautiful. There's a lot of cool things to see about it. It's right located in the heart of downtown San Diego. And it is surrounded by beaches, so when you do go, it's very cold. It is very Marine Naval base, Army base, just because they have an army down there. So you see they take very serious, like 4th of July, Veterans Day, they honor them. It's very nice and inclusive, and it's a beautiful park. I've been there before. It's pretty nice. And so then we're moving on down to good old Global Life Field in Texas. Now, Global Life is has been one of the newest homes to be of one of the Texas Rangers. Sorry about that. Right now, this is a very new stadium, and what's great about it is that it has this rectangle roof that closes to keep out the Texas weather because it's super sunny, super hot, humid, that it has air conditioning. Still, it's very good air conditioning, but still can get pretty hot, but very nice, open, and it's a newer park, so it's very highly recommended to go and visit. And then, since we're continuing on our journey upwards, the next field to visit is one of the most famous fields in baseball, Wrigley Field. Wrigley Field is home to the Chicago Cubs. It's been advertised in a lot of movies, the whole quote, "Girls don't cry in baseball and a league to remember," is at Wrigley Field is where they were holding auditions. So it is home to the Chicago Cubs. It's very open in downtown Chicago. It is the only ballpark to still have a scoreboard. So let's see if we can see it. It's let's see, usually somewhere right here, or unless I'm not seeing it right, they have a scoreboard that they still do by manually. They have it where they can take it out and everything. Maybe now and then, just because they don't do it so often, they have, oh, here it is, the scoreboard done by hand. So, oh, it's like right on top, so we do see it all the time. And there's people in here who actually go and change the score every single time a play is made. It needs to be changed and upgraded. It also has this very famous ivy backdrop right here along the line. That was actually inspired by the Cubs president. He was very into painting and really enjoyed it and wanted to create like an eye opening for it. So this is actually one of baseball's well-known walls, is that be careful with the vine wall. Just because it has so much vine, it does not mean it's cushiony at all. Lots of people actually injure themselves on it. So it's always with precaution and just reminding us that, oh, that wall is going to be brick right behind it. And then moving on back, oh, there you go. We are going to Penn Park, which is home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's a very old classic park with a beautiful view of this bridge and the water in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It has a lot of historical value to it. It's still very classical. You get a view of downtown's city. You're right on the water too, so it's cold and breezy. And oh yeah, baseballs get hit out here all the time. It is home to Robert Clemente, which is a very famous baseball player. He actually has a wall on right field. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. Well, there's a wall on right field that's dedicated to him, Robert Clemente. He was a very well-known baseball field right here. It's right here. This whole wall's dedicated to him in honoring him. Um, and it's very beautiful. There's not much to say except it's a very historical, classical park to see. And you can see it is. And then moving on up to Boston is our one and only Fenway Park. I think Fenway Park is one of the well-known ballpark, even though it has classical feature. It's a little needs a little upgraded. It is home of Sweet Carolina. Lots of people go visit the park. It's a well-known big park. And then they did spell Red Sox with an X just to bring in more features to it. This is actually the oldest ballpark. It was built in 1912, making it the oldest ballpark where Dodger Stadium was built in 1962. This one got a couple years on it. And you can see it's had upgrades and modifications from when it was built, but still continuing to be the oldest building in baseball. We see right here that they have what's known as a green monster. Let's see if I can find it. This whole grass. So actually, this didn't really have that much grass. It used to just be dirt and a diamond. So when they added this whole grass feature, because it's so much bigger and continues on, they called it the Green Monster. There was an advertising commercial where they advertised the green grass field and everything, and you could kind of see it's big here. And they ended up just keeping the name, the Big Green Monster. Next, we're moving on to our last destination and park, which takes, of course, 57 hours, which is a total of about 3 to 6 days almost, depending on the sightseeing you do. Also, it can take a couple weeks, but usually it's a 3 to 6 day journey. Next is the one and only Yankee Stadium. Many people in New York say go to a Yankees game. The stadium is beautiful. Obviously, we can see sits millions, thousands of fans. Sorry for the exaggeration. Sits thousands of fans. You can see it's a very historical landmark just by the way it was built. It is an old stadium also, but it continues to make modifications. Beautiful inside and out of everything. Makes you get that train feel, subway feel of New York style with their indoors food and, drinks and everything. It's just, there's a lot to say about Yankee Stadium. It's just a well-known baseball park. When you think of baseball, you think of Yankees, Dodgers, right away. You think of Giants, the Golden Gate, the San Francisco Giants stadium is also a very well known one. It didn't quite make it on our journey this time because these are the top 7 places to visit stadiums, and they're all based on how historical they are and how much fans really enjoy going to these parks. And that ends our journey here. And I hope we've had a great time visiting ballparks, got a little fun fact about them, enjoyed them, and thought, I hope I get to go to Fenway Park one day to hear the song Sweet Carolina when they do their 7th inning stretch. Okay, thank you.